Welcome to another food adventure with Getting Lost. Today we are doing the top 5 favorite Char Kway Teows in Singapore. Char Kway Teow, a very important food in the street food scene. In any country that has Char Kway Teow is a very popular and well-loved food in that country. And so we're going to do the top 5 favorite Char Kway Teow in Singapore. So here are my top 5 favorite Char Kway Teows. Remember, this is selected as per my taste and will most likely differ from yours. Furthermore, I have not visited all the popular stalls in Singapore yet. The keyword here is yet. So be prepared for another updated list in the future. So let's get to it. Number 5. Let's start with number 5, which is at the AMK Central Food Center. So this is the AMK Central Food Center itself. The place we're going to is actually called AMK Char Kway Teow. And this is the shop. As you can see, it's just a very simple shop, but the Char Kway Teow here is not that simple. Okay, so basically once you order the dish, you take the dish, you can actually smell the smell coming up from the Char Kway Teow. It actually smells very nice, very fragrant. Okay, there's lots of pork lard. Okay, as you can see, is the darker and sweet type of Char Kway Teow. When you eat it, it's a bit sweet and also very garlicky, and lots and lots of pork lard, which adds in a lot of flavor and gives you the nice smell. A very good plate of Char Kway Teow, well fried, tasty, smells delicious, and even though it's a bit mushy, but this is what you expect from this style of Char Kway Teow. And they also gonna have lap cheong. As you can see, lap cheong is a Chinese sausage, which gives it also a sweet flavor and also fragrance. It's also quite fragrant, and then it all goes very well together in this plate of Char Kway Teow. Not too bad. If you're in Ang Mo Kio, drop by and eat like me. Ang Mo Kio Char Kway Teow. This is my number 5, the number 5 pick. Number 4. Number 4 takes us all the way to Ghim Moh Food Center. As you can see, this is Ghim Moh Food Center, and in Ghim Moh Food Center, there's this popular Char Kway Teow store called Guan Ki Fried Kway Teow. Okay, they're only open 4 days a week, so you do have to come during the days that they're open to actually eat their Char Kway Teow. And if you come during the peak hour time, there is quite a long wait for their Char Kway Teow. Okay, this is the Char Kway Teow itself. After they came back from renovations, I'm afraid that the portion of the Char Kway Teow actually gotten smaller. The portion size is a bit small, but it's still a good plate of Char Kway Teow, well fried, smells delicious. Okay, the uncle actually puts in 1 egg for each plate, but this particular dish I got itself is still a little bit gooey from the egg, but full of pork lard, full of flavor, full of yummy goodness. It is still a good plate of Char Kway Teow, and that's why it is at our number 4 spot. Number 3. Next up is number 3, which brings us to Telok Blangah Crescent Food Center, to this particular Char Kway Teow shop that only opens in the evening time. So the Char Kway Teow shop is actually open from 5 p.m. onwards. The name of the shop is actually called Hai Ki Char Kway Teow, and once the shop opens at 5 p.m, the queue will start forming. So it is advisable for you to come around that time to reduce your wait time. I must say that the uncle that actually fries the Char Kway Teow here is, of all the Char Kway Teows in my top 5, I think this uncle fries it the best, because he is able to infuse what we call the wok hei, or the breath of the wok, into the Char Kway Teow, and somehow the noodles itself will absorb the sauce that you pour into it, and as you can see, the bottom of the plate there is actually quite dry because all the sauces have been absorbed into the noodles. And also one more thing, for those people who like their cockles bloody, this place cockles is just barely cooked, so you will like it. And like I said, the cockles, this Char Kway Teow also has pork lard as other places have, and it's felt very well. So if you do like a good plate of Char Kway Teow, you should come here and try it. And bloody cockles too. Number 2. We are now at Hong Lim Food Center and place of our number 2 Char Kway Teow store. This is also another very popular food center in the Central Business District of Singapore. And the shop that we're going to is this shop here, which is called Orchard Park Fried Kway Teow Mee. Okay. This is also another popular shop with long queues. So as you can see, the queue actually snakes here and around the store and to the other end. Okay, so basically this is my number 2 because first of all, they have a lot of experience in cooking Char Kway Teow. They fried the Char Kway Teow very well. The ingredients and the taste of the Char Kway Teow somehow melds together and interacts with each other and work harmoniously together and makes the Char Kway Teow really tasty. Okay, so basically, as per usual, you have the normal ingredients and they just do it very well. You know, each time you come here, you'll get the same standard of fried kway teow. Okay, and here it is. This is not the mushy, it's not very mushy type like the Ang Mo Kio type. It's more of the drier type because in all the sauces and everything all has been absorbed into the noodles. So it's a very good Char Kway Teow. One of my top 2 favorite Char Kway Teows, and one that I always go and eat often. And also the cockles itself is a bit bloody. So for those who like those type of cockles, this is also a Char Kway Teow for you. It's actually quite yummy and quite delicious, and it makes me hungry just looking at it. Now, here are some honorable mentions. Those that did not make the top 5 but was good enough for me to mention them again. Honorable mention. Along Havelock Road at this coffee house is at the corner, you'll find Menki Char Kway Teow. Okay, Menki Char Kway Teow is, what I can say about it is the taste reminds me of old school taste of Char Kway Teow with the strong emphasis on the dark soya sauce that they put into the Char Kway Teow itself. It's also sweet, and it's a bit wet, but it has a very comforting feel to it when you're eating it. So I think the original owner doesn't really cook the Char Kway Teow anymore. The last few times I went there, it's cooked probably by few female probably relatives or and then what I can say is that this has a very old school taste. For those people who miss the old school taste of the Char Kway Teow, you can actually experience it here, and that's why I put this in my honorable mention. Next honorable mention is Jimmy's People Park, which is at Bedok Interchange Hawker Center. Okay, so I went there, ordered a plate of Char Kway Teow. The Char Kway Teow came out. I wasn't very, by the look of it, I wasn't very enthusiastic about the Char Kway Teow, but once I take a bite out of it, whoa, it is a very good plate of Char Kway Teow. It's more savory and it tastes really good. You know, it's well fried. You know, you can smell the wok hay or the breath of the wok. You know, lots of egg. You know, tastes pretty good, and that's why I put it into my honorable mention. So for those who do like this Char Kway Teow, I mean something, if you're at Bedok Interchange, you can try this out too. Not too bad actually. Another honorable mention is this place called Hill Street Fried Kway Teow, which is at Chinatown Point Food Center, Chinatown Complex Food Center, on the second floor. Okay, this is a shop at one corner, so I think not many people know about this shop, but they do cook a good plate of Char Kway Teow. Look at that. Even looking at it, you can tell it's good. They fry the Char Kway Teow very well. The ingredients are very goes together very well to get. These are all the basic ingredients you get from Char Kway Teow. You also have the lap cheong, which is the Chinese sausages. We have lots of egg, savory, sweet, tasty, yummy. But nothing wrong with this. Once you eat it, you know that it's a good plate of Char Kway Teow. Very well fried, very delicious. Makes me hungry just looking at it again. So yeah. Okay, so I got the chopstick out, and just to show you, look at that. It is a bit oily, but very, very yummy. Looks very, very good, isn't it? Okay, so that ends our honorable mentions, and now let's get to number 1. In the heartlands of Singapore, at Block 16, Bedok South Road, there is a food center. Finally, my number 1 pick for my favorite Char Kway Teow in Singapore. And the number 1 pick is all the way in Bedok South Food Center from this place called Hill Street Fried Kway Teow, which is not to be mistaken with the last honorable mention, which has the same name, but this is the Char Kway Teow itself. So basically, this Char Kway Teow, I don't think it's been cooked by the original owner. It's either cooked by the son or by a worker, but they still cook the Char Kway Teow very well. Not as good as the owner, but still not too bad. The smell from this will drive you crazy. You can smell the soya sauce, you can smell the pork lard, you can smell the garlic, the sweet soya sauce. It all goes very well together with the noodles. And the noodles, even though it's a bit mushy, which you do expect from this type of Char Kway Teow, the bean sprouts itself is somehow cooked perfectly until it's still crunchy. So when you bite into it, it's a very nice crunch. It's sweet, and then when you bite into it, you also can bite the crispy pork lard together with the noodles and the bean sprouts, and everything just goes so well together that this is my number 1 pick for the best Singapore fried Char Kway Teow in Singapore. So I hope you like. So there you go, my top 5 favorite Char Kway Teows in Singapore. I hope you like my pick. And as you know what to do, like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to join me for my next